Good evening and welcome back to Travels Large. Tonight I'm at Secrets the Vine here in Cancun, Mexico. Being the last night of my stay, I would like to go over a few things that you might enjoy, some things that could probably use a little bit of improvement, some pointers and tips. That way you're prepared for your next trip here in Mexico. First, I'd like to start off with flying in here to Cancun is easy just as it is at any airport. I would have to say immigration was pretty easy. As long as you have all your documentation in order, you're going to get in pretty quick. I have my passport and my boarding card for the flight into Mexico. The agent there took that, scanned it, asked me what I was doing here, when I'm leaving, and I was on my way. The arrivals hall in the airport's one place that some people, they start to freak out about. Just walk through there if you're a person on a mission, something interests you, you're more than welcome to stop, but overall I would say just walk through there. Wait till you get to your resort, that way you know it's for sure a legitimate offer. That way you can enjoy that. So one thing I'd like to point out, once I got to my resort, I recognized that this was no ordinary place. When I walked in, I was greeted with somebody who handed me a nice cold towel, and there was somebody there to receive my luggage and put it into storage until my room was ready. The individual guided me up the stairs to the reception area. That way I could get checked into my room. Gentleman at the desk checked me in swiftly, and Ricky is the guy who helped me. He grabbed my bag, guided me up to my room, showed me my room, asked me if there's anything I needed, and he took really good care of me. That'd be one person. If you stay here at Secret the Vine here in Cancun, Mexico, I would definitely look out for him because he's a great guy and he'll make sure you're well taken care of during your stay, and he'll make you feel like royalty. So I went up to my room, got checked in, put everything away. One thing I'd like to say, this room is very well appointed. My room is on the 20th floor, which is one of the higher up rooms for the Ocean View Deluxe room that I had. One thing you'll notice, the shower, the toilet are all separated, which is kind of nice. There's 2 sinks in the room. That way if you're traveling with somebody else, you have that ability to get ready while they're getting ready. As you go through my room, one thing I would like to point out, unfortunately, during my stay here, my minibar never got restocked. I asked the maid. I have sent a couple messages to concierge. Unfortunately, nobody has restocked it during my stay. Not for sure if that was something I did. However, I went down to go get some food to eat at Sea Salt Grill. That night, it was a Peruvian dish. I had pasta and meatballs. I went extravagant that night. I was just hungry because it was a long travel day and I needed something to eat. But everybody there was very helpful and friendly. The next morning I woke up bright and early, took a walk around the resort, had breakfast at the marketplace, which is the buffet here on site. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Once again, everybody there was very well accommodating. From the hostess to the servers to everybody in between. So there is no point here during your stay that you're gonna feel like you're unwelcome. They go out of their way to make sure you do feel welcome. Now down at the pool, there are 3 pools on site, unless you stay in one of the premier rooms, which gives you access to a pool on the 12th floor. That is for their preferred guest only. I was not on that list for this trip, but I enjoyed the other the other 3 pools here on site were very delightful. There's the infinity pool up front. There's an activity pool a little farther back that today I played a little bit of volleyball. Won 3 matches back to back in the pool, so that's one thing that I have today that I can brag about just a little bit. Last night for dinner, I had dinner at the Italian place. One thing to keep in mind when it comes to some of the nicer restaurants like the Italian, the Mediterranean place, and probably even Dragon, which is kind of the Oriental food. All those, you're probably going to have a little bit of a wait. Depends on the night of the week, I'm sure. But last night at the Italian place, it took about 45 minutes for me to get a table, which is okay. I was able to catch up on some emails while I was waiting for that. The food there, I went above and beyond and got chicken Alfredo, which I know is a crazy dish, just what my heart desired at that moment. But it was very good. I think it was very well made. Everything was hot, fresh, ready to eat. All the bars here on site, all the bartenders are great. Just take good care of them and they'll take wonderful care of you. One of my favorite was Manatee's Bar, which is up by the infinity pool. They took very good care while I was here. So overall, I would say the resort is very nice, peaceful place. It is adults only, all-inclusive resort, so you're not going to find any kids here. There's no kid activities. There is a spa on site, that way you can relax and get pampered the way that you deserve. We do have beachfront access, which is great. There is somebody standing there to make sure nobody comes into the resort that is not a guest. On the beach, the only person I saw that was kind of haggling items per se would be there was an individual trying to sell seashells, but that's about as far as he got. You'd hear him go by every once in a while blowing on a conch shell, but outside of that, that was about all that you noticed here. Overall, I'd say housekeeping did a wonderful job. Outside of the mini bar, I'm not for sure who's responsible for stocking the mini bar, but my housekeeper, I think her name is Alicia. She was a wonderful person. She took care of my room anytime I was not in it. The bed was made up, turned down service, everything. So if you want a place to feel like royalty, Secrets the Vine here in Cancun would definitely be a place that I would recommend. Tonight, here in Cancun, Mexico, I'd like to say goodnight. Tomorrow I head to another resort here in Cancun. I'm gonna go to Now Emerald, which is kind of the opposite side of the price spectrum, and we'll kind of compare the two at the end of that stay. And if you found any of this information helpful in this video, please feel free to subscribe. That way I can continue bringing you more useful information to help you with your next trip, whether it be a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a destination, anything of the above. If there's anything you guys would like to see, please comment it below. Or if you have any input, definitely please put that in the comments below. I always appreciate it. Thank you to everyone out there. And in a small world, travels large. Good night.